What measures have been taken to protect your city from natural disasters?
Well, we have installed this invisible shield around the city that's only activated when there's an alert for a tsunami or an earthquake or a tornado or any natural disaster like that.
In what ways will waste be different in the future?
Most of the waste will probably be the same, but there will probably be different types of food coming in, but that doesn't really matter because most of that will be going to the compost plant, which will turn it into compost which we can sell.
How did you choose your waste management design?
So we have a team of 24 people, and we split into 8 groups of 3, and we all came up with a proposal of how we were going to do it. And so then we presented them to the class and voted on the ideas. And so after we got our waste management system, we used the engineering design process to refine it and come up with new ideas as a group.
How does your city support a healthy lifestyle, and what do people do in their spare time for fun?
Well, we do have shipments of fruits and vegetables, and we do, our city very kind of promotes healthy eating. And for the Earth Scraper, that's kind of used as a recreational place, so people can go there. There are also stadiums for sporting events that people like to enjoy.
Help me understand the zoning of your city and what factors did you use in determining it?
So we made sure that residential and industrial were pretty far apart because most people don't like living near power plants. And we have low wealth, medium wealth, and high wealth spread out. And we have commercial and residential towards this side. And some parts are separated and some parts are integrated so that people can walk to stores and people like being near places to shop and all sorts of things.
Are motorized vehicles permitted in your city? Are motorized vehicles permitted in your city?
Yes, on the street level we have straddle buses, which basically are go above the cars and go over in like a U type of shape, which allows a second level for traffic so it doesn't get as congested. And we also have self-driving cars that take the best route possible based on the information gathered.
How does your city allow for population growth?
Well, these mirrors indicate that there is more to the city, so we haven't filled up the entire space. Our city is located in a valley, so we haven't filled up the entire part of the valley, like I said. And so there is more that we can do to build more low wealth, high wealth, and medium wealth commercial and residential.
So we know your city has a mayor because we've met her. But what other kinds of governance do you have? Who makes the laws and sets, tax rates and stuff like that?
So our country has a government similar to the Swiss government, where they have 7 elected presidents, but also similar to the American government in the way that we have 3 branches to separate power. And then we also have more smaller types of government, like a city instead of just the country, where the mayor works with different people, also elected officials, to create things like tax rates and all sorts of things.
What jobs and skills do you consider most vital to the operation of your city?
The most important jobs would be in the STEAM category, which is science, technology, engineering, art, and math, because our education system is based around it, and using those jobs helps grow our city and make it more advanced.
Can you explain the Earth Scraper again? I think that's what it's called.
Basically what it is it's an inverted skyscraper, and it's used for kind of like a mall, and people also live there. And it's very enjoyable because there's a big kind of glass on the top, so sunlight is allowed in, so people can enjoy that as well.
How is your waste management system energy efficient?
Our two main plants produce energy, the omniprocessor and the plasma gasification, through turbines, and they create enough energy to run themselves and some excess power for the rest of the city.
If you folks were starting over from scratch, would you do anything differently?
Well, there's always room for improvement, and one thing I think we would have probably changed is that originally to pump the beads through the tubes, we were going to use a hair dryer, but that malfunctioned. So we decided to use an air pump so if we could have gotten the hair dryer to work, that would have been much easier.
So of all your innovations here, which are you most excited to see in the future? And I'd like to hear from you, Shane.
I think I would be most excited about some of the new advancements in health. For example, people have MediWatches, which basically monitor their health and lets them know if there's a problem sooner than today, so they have a better chance of it getting cured and fixed immediately.
I would be most excited to see the drones. It'd be pretty cool to see them patrolling the streets and taking care of you, and also it helps firefighters and policemen not to put their lives in danger, so it would save lives.
I would be excited for the earth scraper because that just seems, it's never been done before, and it's a very interesting concept for a building, so that sounds like a very interesting piece to look at.
For the drones, are EMS the only group that's allowed to use the drones, or can the public also have drones that they use themselves?
They mostly work by themselves and don't require human interaction, but we do have a place where the drones are monitored to make sure everything is going well, and none of them are doing something that's wrong, and they can be controlled by humans at any time, but they're all hired. It's like a job for citizens to have.
What was the most difficult challenge you encountered while building the model?
I think it was the hair dryer that I mentioned before. We had to use the engineering and design process because it was getting close to this competition date, and then it suddenly broke, and we were very worried. What are we going to do about it? And then we saw this pump, and we were like, "This could work. This could actually help." And so that was difficult for a little while, but we finally kind of regained our composure and fixed it.
Tell me about your education system and the educational opportunities in your city.
Our main school for students to learn is the STEAM Academy, like I said earlier, around science, technology, and engineering.